guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be finishing the disassembly of the short block on the LS E36 project, or E36.0. We got most of it torn down last video, so if you haven't seen that video, be sure and pause this video. Do not exit this video, just pause it, and that video will be listed up here somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where it'll end up, but it'll be up there. Just click that card and go to it. You can see the disassembly of the top end and getting us to where we are today. So today we're going to finish tearing apart the bottom end. That way I can get the crank out, and then that will allow us to take everything to the machine shop, have it all worked up and ready to be put back together with new bearings and everything. I'm not sure if I told you guys that we are not going to go forged at this time. If we can help it, we are just simply going to have the crank polished, have the block checked out, have the heads checked out, and just kind of run it with the stock bottom end. Just replace the piston rings and all the bearings. But if this is the kind of content you guys like to see, be sure to hit that subscribe button and be sure to hit that bell icon so you're notified anytime something comes up on the channel. Also today we're kind of repping a new haircut. The wife sent me to a barber shop yesterday to get my haircut instead of going to a generic Sport Clips or Great Clips or some place like that where it's kind of an in and out deal. I went to a barber shop and they did an awesome job. If you guys are in the area, be sure and check out Bruce's barber shop. It was a great experience. Super awesome guys in there that are working, super knowledgeable about what they're doing, and they did a really good job on my hair. I'm really happy with it, so be sure and check them out. I'll link them in the description below. But right now we're on our way to Ace Hardware, and then we were gonna run to Advance Auto. At Ace, we are gonna pick up a bolt that we can replace the crank pulley bolt with, so that we can pull the pulley off with a tool that we're gonna get from Advance. And I know that the factory bolt has like a washer built onto it, which won't allow the pulley to come off. So what we're gonna do is find a bolt that's the same length and same thread pitch and everything, that just doesn't have that washer built onto it, so that we can pull the pulley over top of the bolt and get it off. And then that will allow us to go ahead and finish tearing down the rest of the motor, pulling the front cover off, and taking the crank out. So I'm gonna run into these stores real quick, get this done. Joey is gonna meet us at the stores too, so that he can come over and help disassemble the bottom end. And then we have a drift comp later on Live for Speed, and he's gonna kind of watch and see how that goes, and I'll probably throw him into the driver's seat for a little bit to see how he likes the sim. So stay tuned, we'll be back. All right, so after going to two different Advanced Auto parts, we finally found the correct puller. He's doing it now. And then we also got this bolt. So like I was saying, these are the two bolts. One of them has this washer on it and one of them does not. And I got it that way so that whenever you put it in here to pull the pulley or the balancer, you can thread it in there like that. Gives the puller something to rest against, and then it'll pull this and go around the bolt, so that it'll come off. So I think this will work. We're gonna get started on pulling this thing apart. I don't think it'll take long at all. And then once we get it all torn apart, like I said, we're probably gonna just take it to the machine shop and let them do their magic on it, and then throw it all back together with stock internals, with new bearings and rings. So let's get started. Oh yeah, she's coming. There it is. Now you can take this bolt off. Look at that big old dent you put in it. Good deal. Toy like a toiga. Toy like a toiga. Toy like a toiga. So one thing we didn't think about before we took the pulley off is that we still needed to get the pistons out. And without that pulley there, it's gonna be hard to rotate it. So tuck the bolt back in it, and we're gonna use that to rotate it as long as we have the correct socket size. If not, we can use an adjustable wrench and use that to rotate it. You got it? Yeah. Sweet, we got it. So we're gonna take the, we got the whole front taken apart except for the cam retainer plate. We'll do that after we get the pistons out and get the crank out. So we're gonna go ahead and take these end caps off, push the pistons out, lay them on the table over here in order, and then get the crank out, and then pull the cam out. Alright, so now we've got them put on the table, match the end caps up with each rod, and it's per bank, so there's 1, 3, 5, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8. And then if you look on each piston, if it'll focus, there's a dot here. On this one, there's a dot down here. These dots will be forward facing, so it'll be easy to identify which way they go. We'll put them back in the same way they came out, but we're gonna probably try and find somewhere to clean these with a bead blaster or a sandblast hood, and get them looking good, and then put new bearings in them and go from there. So next thing is pulling the crank, and then I think we're pretty much done other than pulling the cam out. So let's do this. Look, Mom, I made it.
Look, I'm on TV.
So they cover it. Just pull it up with it.
Yeah, it's just gonna come up with it.
Ready?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Where are you gonna go with it? I wouldn't
just set it right over there.
You can pull that cover off now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a hold of it.
Here, I got it.
There we go. All right.
Look at my crankmate.
Cool.
Oh yeah, we're out now. The can's a little wore out.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
But the cam bearings wore out too. I can almost guarantee it.
Yeah, they are. Smoked. Just like that, we are done. That was very simple. Cam is wore out, cam bearings smoked. So we're definitely gonna have to replace those. Hopefully the machine shop can do that while they're in there. I will talk to them about that to see if that is something that they will do, as well as clean the surface of where the heads and the block meet. We're getting closer and closer, and I'm getting excited. Now we're down to just a bare block on this big boy. Cylinders look pretty good. There's a couple of them that may have a little bit of, like this one has some rust in it and probably could use some honing. The rest of them look pretty good. Some of them you can actually still see the cross hatching in it. Like this one right here. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but you can actually still see the cross hatching. So now we have our cam over here. You can see it's worn out. The lobes are just gone, and I would say this is probably worn out too, since the bearings are. So that'll make a good lamp. Crank is down here on the ground. Full pump and chain, sprocket. Covers are all over here. I think that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the build content. We'll probably have some more engine content here within the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna be getting this thing ready to take to the machine shop this week, have them polish the crank, and see if everything looks okay with the actual block itself and the heads. And once we get all that back, then we can start getting parts coming and start putting this thing back together. I'm ready to hear it start chopping the ground, and I know you guys are excited, and it's gonna make for some awesome content. and I just can't wait to drive the V8 power plant in the E36. It's gonna be amazing. But if you guys enjoy this kind of content, be sure and hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. If you haven't already, leave some comments down below. Tell me what you guys are thinking. And yeah, that's gonna do it. But I guess we'll see you guys on the next one. See you.